Have we been lied to about how Christianity began? We're looking at the claim that there were different kinds of Christianity. As soon as you start exploring conspiracy theories, you come across the Gnostics and their secret gospels. So who were the Gnostics?
Well, the Gnostics were a group that most scholars think emerged probably in the early 2nd century. Some scholars have tried to argue that the group got underway a little earlier than that. The Gnostics were an interesting group, a diverse group, and so we need to be cautious about lumping them all together as though they all thought and believed the same thing. But these various groups of Gnostics, from the Greek word Gnostikos, which means one who knows, and so they're the knowers. They're knowers of absolute truth, the precise opposite of agnostic, a person who says ultimate truth can't be known. Well, the Gnostics believed that they had it all figured out, and one of the things they believed was that there actually were two gods. There was the good God of light above, who has nothing to do with this material world where we live, and that there was an evil God who came about through an accident. And this evil God made the world and holds us all captive in it. And so the Gnostics claim to have the knowledge, the secrets, on how to escape from this evil, fallen material world and ascend up to the God of light and spirit above. They wanted to take Jesus and make him part of this program. And so they interpreted Jesus as almost like a spy or a secret agent who descends from the God of light above, takes on a disguise and looks like an ordinary human, and then fools the evil powers and fools the evil God and shows his followers, his Gnostic followers, a way out of this bleak mess, a way of salvation through knowledge. The early church wisely saw it for what it was, a gross distortion with no credibility. Jesus, of course, never taught these things. And so these Gnostic writings were condemned, and Gnosticism as a teaching was regarded as heresy. And in time, it faded away and disappeared. Now, all writings that were produced in the 2nd century, writings that were new gospels and so on, they weren't necessarily heretical and they weren't necessarily Gnostic. The Gospel of Mary, which has received a lot of attention lately, is an example of a Gnostic gospel. The Gospel of Peter is, I believe, a fictional work produced in the 2nd century, but it's not particularly heretical. It's not Gnostic either. The Gospel of Thomas is an interesting writing, I believe, also produced in the 2nd century, much talked about in the popular press and among scholars. And it's not particularly heretical, but I don't think it's authentic. It doesn't give us the genuine Jesus. And it probably wasn't Gnostic either, at least at the beginning, though I can see why Gnostic interpreters enjoyed the Gospel of Thomas. So we can't really you might say, put all of the extra-canonical Gospels of the 2nd and 3rd centuries into the same category. There's a lot of diversity there, and each one needs to be studied on its own terms.
The word Gnostic means someone who knows. Gnosticism is all about secret knowledge, which is only shared with insiders. Gnostics claimed that if you wanted to relate to God, you had to have this secret knowledge. They had it, but no one else did. But the claim that Gnosticism was the earliest form of Christianity is misleading. Gnosticism was born towards the end of the New Testament era, but it only became important in the 2nd and 3rd centuries after Christ. Next time, we'll look at the claim that there were as many as 80 Gospels, all giving us different pictures of Jesus.